Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, February 24th, 2019. As we progress and we continue with ourselves in our awareness, at one time in these bodies, we did not know much at all. We were asleep. We were seduced and fooled. And we did not know that we were living a lie. As we have begun to awaken, we start realizing who is the power, who has the power. And we realize that it is us. We do. But it's like anything else. If you take two people, one you give a lot of love to, encouragement, support, caring, understanding, nurturing throughout their lives, telling them they could do anything that they could dream of doing, could they do anything they can imagine. Take another human, treat them horrible, no love, very little love, anger, no support, no nurturing. You can't do anything, you're a failure, you're nothing, you're useless, you're a mistake, so on and so forth. They usually become a criminal and destructive, murderer, and in most cases become very vile. You see the influence that can take place. If you have a dark artist who controls the body input and implementation of information, they can turn that body into a vileness energy and manipulate it and seduce it and fool it, the mind. So when we know this and we understand this and we understand and comprehend that what comes to us is what we draw to us. What comes to us is what we draw to us. So when you are active in your unknown area, subconscious, you draw things to you that if you were conscious and aware of, you wouldn't dare draw those things to you. So this is why we talk a lot about you are the master and commander. You have a light ship. This is why we talk about this. Be aware. These different meditations for the civilization and the planet and the solar system and beyond are for that. They are to break the bindings and take off the visors so that you become more and more aware of your energy and are able to supervise it, oversee it from head to toe. When you aren't aware and you're not connected to higher self, you're separated from your knowing. And when you're separated from your knowing, you send out kinetic, magnetic frequencies, energies out to the universe that then responds to those. You're like a magnet. And if you are not aware of your thoughts, what'll happen is that if you're in a negative pattern, or if you're in a depression or forlornment or pity or feeling sorry, you will attract this. See, these are deep emotions. They're very powerful, and they attract more of the same. See, and when you're separated from your higher self, this is what happens to a lot of us. Well, all of us, for that matter, one time, shape, form, or another. So it's really important and understand that the differences of the two examples of the two people and how they're supported and how they're nurtured and how they're loved is a prime example of that. If you treat yourself in disharmony, if you are in guilt, if you have not forgiven yourself, if you feel that you're constantly attracting more and more of the same, you know what? You are. You are. We have a tendency to blame it on out there. Something, is causing this. You are. And a lot of us have a hard time with that. And we want to make another thing out there that's causing it. Something else. I'm not causing it. This isn't me. There's something else coming in. But see, there's a confusion. This is because we are purposely drawn away from our control and our power. Our power is siphoned off. It's misdirected to those who wish to rule. And when that happens, we create an existence of tremendous challenge and tremendous pain and sorrow. If you put it all together, it is tremendous, and it isn't even necessary. But can you see how you're tricked through the years on how you do that, and you don't know you do it? You just don't know you're doing it. You're not the master, you're not the commander, and your light ship doesn't move. So it's when you go into the heart mind, your emotion, and you begin to understand that loving yourself, understanding yourself, forgiving yourself, caring for yourself is number one. This is a responsiveness that the higher self, the soul, spirit, is desiring for you to come together so that these things, these creations of negativity and fear and sorrow and anger are eliminated. That it's like an illusion. They disappear. And we don't need them. No matter what anybody says, we do not need those. They are defeating. They are destructive. And you can see this planet as we watch it and as we look at it and as we interact with it in all life, what has been happening with that philosophy, with that understanding. See? Because in eventuality, the darkness gets so out of balance with your lightness that everything is destroyed. It's a fact throughout the galaxy, throughout the universes. This happens with civilizations on planets when the darkness overtakes the light. It is annihilation every single time. It is massive galactic war every single time. It is constant conflict, destruction, enslavement every single time. It is a pattern. It never changes. It has been going on for billions and billions of years, into trillions. And this is how it works. When you know that roadmap, then you know you reach into your higher self. Your higher self communicates that with you, and you realize this is not the path for our fruitfulness, for our advance, for our enlightenment. This is not the path. Understand something. We have all lived the most horrendous lives throughout the ages. There is nothing else we can live or experience. It is the reason it is taken away from us is because of the fact that they do not want us to have the memory. Because if we have the memories, we become very empowered. They no longer can control us. See? That's the formula. When we have all of this knowledge, which we do, we carry it, but we just never are able to open it. That's going to change. Then we'll know that anywhere we go, when we see a planet that's in strife like this planet has been, we know what will happen. We know what will happen. You don't need to go into the future to see it. You will know what happens. So, in today's meditation, it is totality. Everything. It is awareness of you. It is awareness of deep eternal love. It is awareness of your higher self. It is knowing. It is comprehending everything. And then filing it so it's easily accessible. So you create your library. You don't just think it once. You feel it several times, and then you pull it out when you need it to review. So, if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted while I'm talking. I'm sure most of you are. And relax. Relax your body, your earthly material. And you remember something here on what I just said. You know. And you say, these are things I don't carry with me any longer. And as they try to attach themselves to me, I release them. I give them great deep eternal love, and I release them. Period. And every time they try to swell up on me, I do the same thing over and over again. I love them, I embrace them, and I release them. This way you'll relax. They aren't always there trying to bug you and disturb you because you have faced them, you have embraced them, you have loved them, and you've sent them off. That's it. And so, you relax the body, you eliminate all of the stress and strife. Remember something. Inside the body, you have a light. Right? It is divine energy. It is immortal. Okay? Your body, in turn, will become immortal. When you merge and you're permanently merged, that's what will take place. But you knowing and feeling and mingling with this knowing and energy greatly accelerates your vibrational frequency. So as you're relaxing, you're going to want to breathe. You're going to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, and as I'm talking, as you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003. Exhale through the mouth. And you're going to want to do this about 6 times while I'm talking, or more. Be aware of your breathing. Listen to your breathing. Remember, you're in the now. You're just being and listening. As you breathe in divine positive energy. What this does is it gives you focus. It gives you deep knowing. It's more than sensing. You just know. And you know with confidence without ego. You just know. And you follow that knowing. And the divine positive energy through Prime Source Creator God communicates that to you. By knowing, you choose, see? You choose. This is something that I don't care to entertain. And I love it immensely. I embrace it. I let it go. I dispel it. This anger, this irritation, this fear, this frustration, I eliminate it. Remember, you're the commander and master. You want your light ship to move and flow. within identifies for you and strengthens your understanding of what all this is. What are you living in? What is it? What's its purpose? Does it create or does it destroy? We know the answer. It destroys. Why we give it power and entertain it? That no longer can be. We breathe out. We breathe out all of the tensions and anxieties and fears and stresses that we have picked up in the last 24 hours. We are constantly being literally dumped on with these energies because they are all over the planet, inside and out. And when you are connected, you will feel, not yours, but the collective's. That's why when the collective is not in harmony, that's why we have so much chaos. See? You expel it. This expelling should go on all the time. Whenever you feel this tension, this stress, this anxiety, this fear, this forlornment, whatever these emotions that are knocking at your door, just disperse them before they take hold. Fold into your heart mind. As soon as you fold into your heart mind, which is right, just 6 inches down from the two bones, the clavicle, right where the two bones come together under the neck, about 6 inches down, fold into that. As you merge in, as you go into the heart mind, that's your command center. And as you go in, you are immediately merged with your higher self. Earth and heaven become one. Heaven on earth. And as this happens, your light becomes blinding. And you are in the deepest eternal love of all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. You are a supreme creator. You wield the fire of creation. It is your abilities that the dark want to be able to twist. It is your powers that the dark want to be able to wield. You are all light warriors. You have your white fire shield and armor. And you are one with Prime Source Creator God. You are one with the collective consciousness of the universes. Feel it vibrate in harmony with you. You feel the lights, the emerald green healing flaming light, Archangel Raphael, the golden white pink light of Prime Source Creator God's deep eternal love, purple transmuting flame, the violet ray, the white fire, purple flame of Archangel Michael. All of these, they're part of you. Understand that. They're not just separate. Nothing is separate. Nothing is by itself. It never has been. This is an illusion. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light and we effortlessly float up above the planet. As we're floating up, we call upon all of the light energy beings in all existences from all parts of the universes and dimensions who are of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, and free forming and flowing. To join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so. And our circle is brighter and whiter call upon all of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, wherever they may be, to join us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so. And our circle grows brighter. We call upon all the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Sananda, Jesus, Gaia, Ganesh, Lakshmi, Kuan Yin, Moria, Abundantia. We call upon all of the ascended masters of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation. We lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so, and our circle of light grows brighter. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth and hollow earth of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so, and our light grows brighter. Call upon all of our loved ones who have passed over in this life and all lives that we have inhabited, everywhere, who are of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so, and the darkness of space dissipates. We call upon all the galactics who are assisting in benevolence this civilization, humanity, in its ascension, in its elimination of slavery, bondage, deception, and manipulation. We ask them to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them for doing so. And the darkness is gone. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have chosen to be housed in the following forms on this planet at this time. The elements: earth, fire, water, air. The dolphins, the whale, the mermaids, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the trees, Pegasus, unicorn. All of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and we lovingly, graciously thank them. And the atmosphere is white, bright light. There is no darkness to be found anywhere. We look up and we see our meditative sphere right above us, vibrating. It is our creation. It is all of the meditations held in perpetual motion continuously. It saturates us with the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. It vibrates and it reflects and it glitters and it glows with the energies of us, the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael, the purple flame of Archangel Michael. Understand these are auras. And the purple transmuting flame, violet ray, the white fire, purple flame of Archangel Michael, all of these, we wield those. We flow with that energy. It is frequencies. They carry it. We feel the rain coming down over our foreheads. It's more of a warm wave that penetrates the tops of our heads all the way down to the bottom of our feet. Inside and out, our etheric bodies and our physical bodies are washed in this energy. We feel renewed every time. Every time the wave comes over, we're renewed. The fears melt away. The anxieties are gone. The confidence rises. increases and intensifies without the ego. We have our light ships. They are moving. We are the commanders and we are the masters. We feel a knowing. We feel through our heart-mind the energies. We feel the dark and we feel the light. We know the balance. We cannot tip to the dark. We know the outcome. So we send that energy. We look, we extend it, and we look across the planet, and we view, and we witness the activity, the movement of part of us, the civilization, the life. We look in the atmosphere. We see all of the collective consciousness housed in different beings, in different ships, different locations, different areas. We know which are of the light and which are of the dark. When I talk about the light, I talk about the true light inside of us. And we wash over all existence on the planet, and we watch as this energy washes over everyone, as it eliminates the confusion. All the confusion rises up, all of the negativities, all of the fears, all of the confusion, all of the misinterpretation, all of the misguidedness comes up. It's like steam rising off of a lake. As it rises, it's contained. It is literally vacuumed, and it is put into the cloak of the purple transmuting flame. It comes in a wave, and it embraces all of this energy that has been literally confused, darkened, manipulated, and it transmutes it all into neutral light substance, and it flies in jets to the great central sun for repurposing. We can do this always, so that it never has a chance to take hold. And so today we do that, and we enact that. And from this day forward, it will continue with that process. So in you, in every one of you, when you feel these negative energies coming in, use your power. Use it to cause it to flow away, transmute it, and send it back to the great central sun. You will notice an uplifting. Your frequencies will increase. You will be in great harmony. Experience it and flow with it. And the joy and the happiness and the contentment that comes off of the civilization. We will have our heaven on this planet, this earth. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Picture yourself with an extension. You can use a sword, and the sword is basically the imbued power of deep eternal love from Prime Source Creator God. And as you wield the sword, not in anger, but in love, it literally eliminates all negative debris, all negative energies, all the darkness, all the self-annihilation and destruction. And you can picture yourself as this bright light of immense magnitude and power and strength. And you wave this sword over all that there is, and it continually eliminates the dark energy permanently. No matter how much comes in, it is always put at bay. And carry this knowing, this we all have these abilities, all of us. Carry the clarity, bring it to the surface. It's no longer needed to be suppressed, feared, or confused about. It's called embracing who you are, what you are, your energies, your deep eternal love, your higher self, the spirit within the body. Flow with it throughout the day, into the evening and night, and the next morning. And as these different things come in on you that you feel, look at them, embrace them with love, permeate, saturate them, and you'll find that they will just vanish. We'll be back here tomorrow